Hi, Allie.
Hello.
Hi.
And hello, wonderful listeners. And welcome to Arcane Trinity, the D&D actual play podcast. Oh, man. Welcome to session 2.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Tides of Esthios.
Yes, of Tides of Esthios. Thank you for throwing that in there.
You're welcome.
Last time, we were introduced to this wonderful world and our wonderful player characters of Valora and Sylvie as they were headed towards the Hillcrest Harvest Festival. It was the night beforehand where Valora had ridden in carriage. Sylvie was already working there in a bar where fates kind of intertwined as they came together under a bit of a common cause as a bit of a ruckus occurred inside the establishment.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a ruckus.
But afterwards, in the prelude to it all, Valora was able to get a room for free and also acquire a bit of a job for herself.
Yeah.
As the festival comes through
From Pimrick.
from Pimrick, the tavern owner, to help look after Sylvie a
Keep
little
an eye
bit.
on babysitting job.
It's a little bit of babysitting, But then the two of you went to your respective rooms and went to sleep. And that was everything,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Nothing else happened.
Nothing
Nope.
else weird and freaky happened,
Nope.
right, Evan?
Nothing
Not at
unusual
all.
at
Well,
all.
maybe a little bit, as you were awoken by a strange, muffled voices outside, and also for Valora, a strange being
Uh-huh.
over her head.
Yeah.
With a long tendril
Yeah.
peering out over
From the ceiling.
Ew.
from the ceiling. A slug about the size of a cat with a tendril coming out of its head, coming at you, and will jump in right there with Valora as she's looking above her bed and sees this. What does she do?
I think Valora's first reaction would be to grab her axe that she propped up on the side of her bed and swing at it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll to hit.
How close is it to her face?
I think I described last time. It's like the tendril is mere inches away from Valora's face.
16.
16 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Are you hitting the tendril or like the slug itself?
The tendril, because it's right in front of
Okay.
in front of my face.
I don't know if she'd be able to
Because the
reach
slug
the
is like on
ceiling.
the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like she's laying down like on her
Okay.
back, so she
Well, I
reached
don't know
over
how
to
low
the
the ceiling
side
is or not.
and grabbed her axe and like swung
Swing
up.
swung. Personal space.
14 damage.
Oh my god.
14 damage. So you reach up and swing at, just immediately from instinct upon waking up and seeing this, you grab your axe at your side and swing to try and get this out of your way as you slice off the tendril, and just immediate like black ichor and ooze pours out of it onto your face.
Ew.
It was just a bit disgusting at the time, but then you hear this weird screeching and squealing from it as it detaches from the ceiling and kind of drops off like the side of your bed onto the ground and starts to disintegrate onto the ground, kind of melting as if you put it in boiling water as it's
What?
screeching slowly and just fizzling beside you.
Oh, what a world.
And at the same time, Sylvie, while you could hear the muffled voices outside before, you clearly hear much louder what's going on in the room beside yours.
Screeching. You hear the screeching and maybe even hear like a little, what the fuck?
Oh boy. Remind me not to wake you up in the middle of the night. Christ. Oh gosh. She probably hops out of bed, probably looking between the wall next to her from where you are and to, wherever, like there's a window probably, or is there a window?
Yes.
Okay. She's like, okay, weird noise. Another weird noise where Valora is. Which Which one? She's very indecisive. She's gonna take out a gold coin and flip it to see what she does.
Oh my gosh.
So, okay, 10 or lower, she'll go check out the window outside. 11 or higher, she'll go check out Valora.
Okay.
That is a 3.
Oh,
So
okay.
Okay.
she flips it.
She said, "Fuck Valora."
Okay. She just like, hold on, Valora, I'll give you a second. There's something outside. She like runs up to the wall and says it to the wall.
Oh my God.
And then just goes outside the door and then just locks it. She's still in her pajamas. She put like slippers on. She closes it and looks outside.
Okay.
Trying to be quiet.
I mean, how quiet are you trying to be, I guess?
She's trying to be sneaky.
Go ahead and roll stealth for me.
All right.
Yeah, I just picture like Sylvie's little face just like slowly like peering up
That's
in the
a
window.
natural 20.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Wow. So 22 total.
Okay, you are quiet as a mouse
It's the
right
slippers.
now. It's the slippers, very specific,
Very,
nice and
very
padded.
soft and
Exactly.
They have little grippies on the bottom.
So you go outside, like crack open the door
She's
a
got a
little
little
bit
night mail.
potentially. Oh my gosh. And as you look outside, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Ooh. That is 17 for perception.
17? So
It's going much better already than it was the first session.
yes, very true.
Definitely.
So are you like just gonna be in the doorway? Are you gonna go outside, investigate?
She's gonna like kind of peek around the corner of the building
Okay.
out of the
So-
doorway. If I'm picturing it correctly.
Yeah. So like you probably have a little side back door where you can peer around and you can see what we do the edges of all
Yeah,
of the
she's
rooms
like keeping
over there.
her like back to the wall of the building and it's just kind of like peeking around.
As you kind of look outside, you're pretty much on the edge of a wood line there a little bit,
Yeah.
as all the farming land is further inside town. As you look out there, the only thing that really lights up anything is the moonlight that's coming down from the sky. And with a 17, you can vaguely make out towards, not too far in front of you, but because I'd say that there's a gap of, say, like 25 feet before you go from what would just be the grass behind the building to
Got
like what's
it.
the wood line edge where you have trees and bushes and such. You can see where some of those bushes are on the ridge line, a little bit of crimson on the ground.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And she's like, uh-oh. That's exactly what she said. And she's just gonna like, she's gonna hurry over to Valora now after seeing that and knock on her door. Just a little tap, tap, tap.
So after the slug thing falls to the ground and starts like screeching, Valora's gonna like get up off the bed and like go over to the side and like look at it. Like, is it, you said it was like disintegrating?
I think as a way to kind of, for the way of better describing, because you can view disintegrating as like a few ways, it's more or less like putting butter in a hot pan. You know, it's kind of melting,
So
and
melting.
sizzling.
Oh,
Okay.
And like I said, its flesh is melting and turning into that like black ichor ooze that kind of fell out and came on top of you
ugh.
as it was screeching before it goes silent, but you still have this.
Is there like a puddle?
Is it a puddle?
Yeah, there's like, it's like this thick, it's thick, it's viscous, it's still bubbling a little bit,
Oh.
and it's kind of steaming there in front of you.
Would she have any idea of what this could possibly be?
I would say you can try and make a really hard history check.
Can
Just
I try to
'cause-
investigate it?
What would you be investigating for, I suppose?
I guess like to see if like it was like a living thing or more like something that someone made.
Oh.
Yeah, you can go ahead and you can make an investigation check, you can make a nature check.
Like organic versus inorganic, like synthetic. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 6.
Oh
It's a
no!
6?
All the suspense for a 6.
You've never seen anything like
Yeah.
this in your life.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck this is.
You definitely know that you do not know anything about this. It's not normal.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
about what you can get.
This is not a normal animal.
But trying to perceive any kind of origins is a bit beyond you, perhaps out of sheer shock of the unknown of whatever the hell this is.
Weird cryptid thing.
Valora's just gonna try to wipe the fluid off her face a little bit before going to answer the door. And she looks down at Sylvie, and you just see like smeared like black ichor like on her face and on her neck.
That's a weird face mask, but I won't judge. There's blood outside.
Yeah, I just got attacked by a weird slug thing.
She just stares up at her and blinks. Like, weird slug thing.
She like kind of shuffles to the side and points to the puddle that's on the ground by her bed.
What the heckadoo is that? And she's can I look at it for a second?
Yeah, it's dead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
It's a puddle. And she's, what did you do to it? And she's gonna like look over at it and just can she like do I know what the heck this is?
Make some kind of check. Go ahead and tell me what it is that you're.
Probably history to see if my mentor has told me anything about this or anything like that, or anyone that I've talked to in my travels. It is an 18.
You look at this thing very extremely personally unsure of what the heck this is.
Yeah. What the heckadoo this is.
What the heckadoo this is. You're stealing my stuff. Trademark. But on an 18 history, you think back to your mentor who you trained with for a little bit, and you don't know what this is, but your mentor had warned you that there are many unnatural things in this world. And you can potentially deduce that this could be something, obviously through the way that it supposedly reacted in the scene that you're seeing right now, that this isn't how life typically reacts here in this world.
She's gonna squint at it, looks at Valora, looks at the puddle, looks at Valora again, puts her hands on her hips and is like, "It's not normal."
Valora's just standing there in the doorway with her axe slung over her shoulder as she's watching Sylvie just stare at the puddle. And she's like, yeah, it's not.
This is an unnatural thing that isn't natural in nature.
Valora just like kind of like nods like agreeably like yeah, it's nothing like anything I've ever seen.
What was it doing in here? Why?
It was hanging on the ceiling above my bed.
Oh.
And there was a very long tendril that was just hanging in front of my face.
Oh.
So I cut it off and then it died.
Oh, is that why you have that? And she like
Yes.
gestures to her own face.
Yes.
Got it. There's blood outside. So there were like voices, and I checked outside. I heard stuff going on in your room, but I wasn't sure what to check out first. So I flipped a coin, and the coin said go outside and check the weird noises.
Valora's already walking
And
outside.
then, I was like, okay, we're going. She'll follow behind.
All right, so you guys go outside the back door right next to the kind of living quarters
just
in
both
the
in their
inn over
pajamas.
here. And I'll assume that Sylvie probably points out where the patch of crimson was that she saw in the doorway.
There's a patch of crimson down in
But you both walk up to it, and you clearly see kind of mixed in to these bushes what is very clearly blood that is down here. But you don't see any bodies or anything like that right now.
How much blood is it? Is it like a drop of blood or like...
No, it's more significant than that. It's a small-ish puddle of blood.
Okay. Can I see if there's like a trail? If it's like leading
Go
somewhere?
ahead and make a survival check for me.
Are there any kind of footsteps?
Make a survival check.
Okay. Natural
Dirty 20.
10
Dirty 20.
4 11.
11. Most of what you see, Sylvie, is kind of mixed around where the spot is. You see like footsteps that are near it. And you see like a little edge of the blood where it was kind of blocked off from flowing as if there was a foot there.
Got it.
But beyond that, you're just kind of a little shocked at the sight of blood, and potentially. For Valora, you kind of focus down, getting down, looking at the scene.
Because Valora gets a high roll with blood. Barbarians, no blood.
She's used to it.
That is very fitting in a way. But you're looking around, investigating the scene. You see, the shoe marks that are very kind of condensed in a single area, almost seeming like a small one-sided scuffle of sorts, you can almost assume. And as you continue to kind of pan around, you can see a set of bushes that looks as if it's kind of been compressed a tiny bit in one spot, whereas if people may have passed through there. And looking through that area more, you can kind of see faint signs of blood a little bit that tend to taper off, but you also see these dragging marks on the ground that with a dirty 20, you can tell that from the lack of blood that's there, seems as if something was placed into like fabric or some kind of bag or some way of moving something to where the blood kind of disappeared a little bit, but you see the drag marks going across the ground that lead around the side of the building further into town before the trail ends, which on your dirty 20 you can assume at that point they just kind of went and picked it up and lifted it off the ground.
Someone got shanked.
Yeah, so Valora just like started following like the trail, kind of just without saying anything to Sylvie. Like she just starts following it, and she gets to around the back of the building and sighs and turns to Sylvie. She goes, "I think someone was murdered here and carried off into town to dispose of the body."
It looks like it goes towards pretty much just to the right of you guys. Most of the main road that typically travels towards the farms in Hillcrest here is now where they have the main roads lined with the kind of vendor areas that are built over there. And it seems to head in that direction towards the festival grounds.
Towards like where the festival is mainly being held?
Yeah, like when you look at a very singular streak of the body, and it pretty much heads right towards where the beginning of all that goes before all the traces kind of disappear from that point.
Interesting. And since we just heard the voices, is it safe to assume that this like just happened? Like this is fresh blood?
Yes, it appears to be very fresh.
Okay. What do we do? Should I tell Pemrick what happens if we find a murder scene? We can't just go back to bed, can we?
I don't think that that we can go back to bed after there was a slug on my ceiling.
Fair.
And
a very unnatural.
And that there was a murder
slug
right outside our windows.
Yeah. I think
you should go check on Pemrick.
Yeah, I should. And then she just goes. And then she
just go and make sure he's not the one that died.
Oh, gods! All right. Payment!
You run upstairs to where his private room would be. Bang on the door.
Bang, 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 bang. Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. You hear like various locks opening. He opens the door. What have you done, Sylvie?
Pemrick.
Huh?
Pemrick.
Yeah.
She like crouches down to his level, puts her hands on his shoulders, looks him dead in the eyes and said, "There was a slug and a murder. And they might have been connected."
I think you had a really bad nightmare.
No.
Okay.
Valora can vouch for me. The slug was in her room. And it was like really big.
Valora is slowly making her way like up behind Sylvie. And she stands there and looks down at Pemrick and she just nods. I didn't want to tell you, but I did want her to make sure that it wasn't you.
Someone got behind the building, Pemrick.
But we don't have murders here.
Well, we do now.
Fortunately, there was one.
And they were really good at it, too. The trail went cold, which I always thought was a really weird expression. Like, cold? Like, there's what?
Are you two okay?
Yes.
Yeah? I mean, the slug tried to, eat your face or something?
I don't know what it was trying to do.
It was on the ceiling,
It's dead
Pemrick.
now. It's dead now.
It's a puddle. It's like ooze. Have you heard anything like a oozing giant?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Usually the city watch does 24 hours, but right now because of the festival, most of them are resting to all be going tomorrow because things like this don't usually happen. So I think everyone thought it'd be okay. But
Ironic.
when the morning comes, I
The
will let the town's guard know what has happened
The sluggening.
so that they can investigate, because I hope you're not expecting me to do anything. I'm a tavern owner.
No.
But I'll let the
You wanted to
town's
make
guard
sure you
know.
weren't the one that got.
But I appreciate that.
That would have really sucked.
I appreciate that. Well, thank you.
I care about you, Pimray.
I know you do. And
She hasn't taken her hands off his shoulders. by the way.
Well, I'm gonna get to bed because I've got to get up quite early to get my booth going tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And when I get up, I go to the town's guard, tell them what happened so that they can do their job and send people over there to investigate.
She's just nodding.
See what's going on. Just be careful, obviously.
Right.
And that's the most I can do. I can't go and fight something.
No. Don't do that.
Oh God, it's just the day before the festival, and of course something bad's happened. Oh God, this never happens here.
This is never ever.
Oh God.
Okay.
This
Pimrick is
is
gonna be all right. And she like
Valora
passes
just
back.
looks like visibly uncomfortable. She's like, "This is why I didn't want to tell you, but we did have to make sure that you weren't the one that died."
Of course.
I mean,
Of-
it's also
of
good to
course,
know that this has never happened before. So
Yeah, it doesn't typically happen
Which
around.
makes it all the more concerning.
yeah,
Hey, yeah, don't remind me. Oh God.
she like gives him a little hug. It's gonna be okay, Pimrick.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, everyone.
She stands back up.
Everyone, stay safe. I'll try and figure out what's going on tomorrow. Oh fuck!
Because we have to like report this right to the guards. And
Like I said, I can take care of this so that you two can get rest and enjoy things. I've already got to be up early enough as it is, so. Oh God. Well, fuck. Sorry, excuse my language, ladies.
No, it's fine. You just keep all those locks locked.
Oh, I will make sure you do the same for yours.
Yeah.
Do you have a weapon?
I have I can get one of my cooking knives from the kitchen.
I guess that works.
Yeah, I think that'll work. I'll
It's sharp and pointy, so
Go grab one of those quick.
Laura just nods, like, okay.
be careful, Pimrick.
I can.
Do you want me to escort you? I could escort you.
I'll be fine. Very clearly unfine as
She
he
looks
starts
very concerned.
shaking and going down the stairs a little bit to try and get to the kitchen.
Valora's just gonna silently follow him. Make sure
Okay.
he gets a knife.
As you do it, he kind of notices and straightens up and walks with a little more
Comfort.
confidence and comfort behind his step, goes to the kitchen, grabs one of the big old meat cleavers.
Oh,
Good.
jeez. There we go.
She nods approvingly.
Okay, this'll do. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks around. No weird stuck things here. Okay, slugs. What the
Sylvia's
fucking
like standing
slugs?
guard at
Not
his
gonna worry about slugs
bedroom
now?
door
Oh,
right
God.
now to make sure no one tries to
Yeah,
sneak
take
in.
escargot off the menu. God. But he makes his way back up to his room safely, as nothing else seems to be out of the ordinary as you guys walk through the rest of the place.
Yeah, Valora's just gonna do like a quick like perimeter check
Mm.
of like the tavern.
Yeah, go and make a perception check.
I think Velfie would do the same, but like 10 feet behind her.
12.
12,
17.
17. With both of those, as you're looking around for Valoria, you're not really familiar here. You don't know what would be out of the ordinary here.
Yeah.
For Sylvia, you've been here for
Makes sense.
2 weeks. You know the place pretty well by now. Nothing seems out of sorts on the inside. The front door is still locked to where no one could have gotten into the tavern side or anything. You look through, doesn't look like any doors have been tampered with.
No
or
windows broken or anything.
Anything.
Huh.
Not for the tavern area or for either of your rooms.
Interesting.
So like the windows and stuff are like locked in our rooms.
They are, yes.
How the heck? How did that slug get in your room?
I look up at the ceiling. Is there anything on the ceiling where the slug was?
I would say where you see that the slug was, you see,
I'm concerned.
Me
can't
too.
really say markings, but you see that there is like substance,
Like
up
residue?
on the roof.
From the slug?
You can make an investigation check on it
Okay, cool.
or something of the like.
14.
Not bad.
14. It does seem to be some kind of residue that has been left there. And by looking at it, it seems like it's potentially been there for a little bit of time to leave that much residue there.
Oh.
So like before I went in the room?
It's hard to tell with that check, but it definitely seems as if it wasn't just there for a few minutes.
Oh.
For the residue that's kind of left there and essentially dried, it's been there for
While you were
a
sleeping.
decent bit of time.
Ugh.
Valora?
She's just peeking in her doorway. Find anything out?
Yes. Do you have a empty like jar or bottle or anything?
No, but I can. And she takes out one of the stoppered vials of colored liquid that she has. One of the 10 that she carries around from her charlatan days. Pours it out into the grass. And then, like, prestidigitations it clean. And then hands it to her. Here you go.
Valora's just standing on her bed so she can look closely at the markings on the ceiling. And she's gonna use her one of her hand axes that she keeps on her belt, and she's gonna scrape off some of the residue and put it into the bottle.
Of course,
in case she can find anyone that can examine it at some point.
Yeah, that's fair. You go ahead and scrape it off and get it to fall into the jar.
Okay.
And you can preserve it in there.
Yeah.
You can keep that.
I was planning on it.
Cool.
Yeah, you can mark off that you have a vial of strange residue.
Yeah.
I guess is the best way to describe it.
Vial of 3 question marks.
Slug residue.
But yeah, aside from you've got the residue in your room, you've got the remnants which are starting to dry up and evaporate a little bit on the ground of whatever that thing was. You got some details from the crime scene, as if a seemingly one-sided scuffle of some sort, and able to track the body as far as you could to see that whatever happened, someone moved towards the festival sites. But beyond that, you can both roll quick insight checks.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. That is a 7.
I rolled bad, so I'm going to use my ancestral assistance, and I'm going to call upon my spirit
Okay.
ancestors
Yes,
to help me.
a bit of a homebrew feature that I've added for Valora as an Ancestral Guardian Barbarian to help with the fact that it's only 2 people, mix things up a little bit, where once a day you can get advantage on an ability check that you make as you kind of summon forth these ghostly faint blue guardians of your past and heritage as they kind of join around for a little bit, and you may roll again.
Sylvie's just like, whoa! These things just pop up out of nowhere.
22.
Woo!
A lot better than 10.
That was a lot better, yes. Damn.
Do you have, like, detective ghosts helping you?
In a way.
Whoa!
So,
She's like stars in her eyes.
you kind of, for a moment, as like I say, Valora is kind of outside for a second, just kind of looking at things, perhaps a bit upset that the trail goes cold on her and can't really see what's going on. And you see your guardians that kind of surrounded you for a moment. You see they kind of float away from you for a minute. And as they go towards the festival grounds, they kind of scatter a little bit before coming back towards you, kind of helping guide you to a conclusion, essentially, that whoever did this probably wanted, potentially, the fact by going that way to make it so that if someone had found what happened, to make it very difficult to find the end results by kind of creating a situation where if someone was dedicated to following this, being extremely unlikely to know what to do.
Dang.
Because like your best next idea would be to break into every single vendor cart and stand there to see if there's something hidden there.
Yeah.
You can almost assume that maybe it is true or not, but they use that as a way to kind of halt progress on things.
They really knew what they were doing.
Valora's gonna relay that to Sylvie
She'll like cross her arms, get like a little serious look on her face, and just, okay. This is clearly not their first murder.
I don't think so.
And if it is, they're just really smart. Well, I guess, like Pembroke said, well, we can just, he'll report it tomorrow.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything else that we can do right now. We're going to the festival tomorrow, so we can keep our eyes and ears open.
Ooh, that's true. Okay, we can do that. I hope there's not another sluggening in your room.
I'm not sure that I like that word, but...
The sluggening?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, something happens with a slug. Instead of, something happening, something happening with a slug.
Laura just like quirks her eyebrow at Sylvie and just kind of shakes her head like...
I do this thing where something weird or scary or something happens, I give it a name that's not weird or scary so that it doesn't feel as bad.
But Laura tilts her head a little bit and...
Except murder. Murder's just murder.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go. And she just like points behind her towards where her room is. Good night! And she just leaves and goes back to her room.
Laura just kind of stands there for a second and like shakes her head. Like she has never met someone quite like Sylvie before, and she does not know how to deal with it.
Most people don't.
And she turns and goes back to bed.
So the two
Even
of
Sylvie
you,
doesn't know how to deal with Sylvie.
the two of you, both of you, a little on alert from what has transpired since you've woken up.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually you both relax and are able to fall asleep.
Making sure to lock the doors.
Yeah.
Get a nice long rest so you can replenish any hit points or spell slots that you may have used as you both eventually wake up. It's early on in the day, and you can already hear the bustle of a lot of the carts outside and everything opening up in the festival as it's making a bit of a ruckus outside already. The both of you are able to leave out the front of the tavern and see a bustle of people outside as it's the start of the Hillcrest Harvest Festival.
Yay!
You turn and where last night you had seen just the dead empty road with a dozen of closed carts.
Yep.
Everything's all opened up now. You see stands of various sizes and colors, and some of them are very small and family made. Some of them are extra, almost like they bought 3 spaces to put their stuff in
God.
to stand out amongst the crowd and advertise all kinds of stuff. There's food stands that offer beholder burgers and cone of coleslaws and fireball nachos.
Oh my god.
You see this one guy that's kind of walking around with a little wooden box that he's carrying around with food inside, and he's like, "Unicorn dogs, get your unicorn dogs here." As he's walking around handing it out to people. And you're here in the festival grounds now, bumping and lively with tons of people around.
Yeah. Unicorn dog.
I was kind of proud of that one.
That is
good.
really good.
That is good. That is really good. Meanwhile, Sylvie's like, do they make them with real unicorns?
Oh god.
Make an insight check. Investigation check.
Investigation. What is it? 10.
No. I'm not that fucked up.
Okay.
You could always try and see if I'm lying to you.
Oh no.
Tastes like something. She's just looking all around, just super hyped. She's kind of like bouncing up and down on her heels a little bit.
Valora's just standing behind her with her arms crossed, just waiting for Sylvie to lead them somewhere.
Oh gosh. There's Laura, there's so many things. What do we do? What do we do first? There's like there's a lot. What do we do? Just like start from one end and go around?
Well, first of all, make sure to keep your senses aware.
Right. Oh! And she like calms down a little bit, scoots a little closer, looks up and just like holds her hand to the side of her mouth, like whispering, "Did you have any more slugs visit you?"
Laura just sighs and she goes, "I would have told you if I did."
Well, I don't know, maybe you forgot or thought it was a dream or something.
No, I didn't have any slugs.
Cool! Alright, which one are we going to? She immediately goes back to focusing on the festival.
I think that we should get some food.
good idea. And she's like, but which one? There's like a lot. There's the unicorn dogs. There's the fireball nachos. There's the beholder. Which one?
Whichever one sounds good to you.
They all sound good, Valora.
You also see a smaller and more family style little cart here. You see one with a wooden sign with some fairly nice painted lettering on it. You see a Pimrick's Pies.
Aw.
We have to support Pimrick, and she immediately makes a beeline for Pimrick.
Valora hurries after Sylvie.
She darts through the ground, and as you're going through,
she's just like
numerous people,
just screaming.
Runs up to Pimrick, and you see as he's helping a couple people.
He hears her before
has a
he
smile
sees
on
her.
his face. He turns and is like, "Oh, hello, Sylvie and Valora. Enjoying the festival so far?"
Pimrick, you lived. I'm so glad.
Yes.
Right. Sorry.
Have you guys come to? Oh, now how are you enjoying the festival so far?
We just got here, and there's a lot to do, and I'm not sure how to do it all in
Oh,
time.
there's a lot. Well, I mean, if there's one thing I recommend, if you go towards the back farther end,
Right.
you do have the game section there. Where you can play a few.
And she immediately looks at
festival carnival
Valora.
games.
Valora looks back at her like in bewilderment. Like,
Just
what?
this huge grin. Like, we could play games
Okay.
after food. And she's
That's where you guys can eat. And since you're so wonderful, these two are in the house. And he slides over two little, like,
oh, Pimrick!
almost a personal-sized pot pies of sorts
Cute.
that are there. That are kind of a shepherd's pie style.
Ooh.
On the
The
inside.
look on her face, you would think that someone just gave her 100 gold. Like, she's so touched by free food.
Valora's eyes light up a little bit as she gets the food. And she nods and thanks to Pemrick and
course, you're
starts
welcome.
eating.
Dig in, ladies.
Pimrick, you're so great. And she just like shovels it in her mouth.
And as you eat it, it is extremely delicious. It's very nice. You can feel the homemade nature and almost feel Pimrick's love inside each pie, and kind of see why he's the one that runs the tavern here. A lot of people trust and believe in his cooking.
Aww.
And you eat those pies, but if you decide that you want to buy any of them, Pimrick's Pies will actually give you 1d4 plus 4 health
Ooh.
if you eat one.
Interesting.
But you have to buy the next ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Pimrick, how much are you selling these for? It's just like her mouth full.
It is 5 silver, darling.
I don't have change.
I'll say that you have change. Or you know what? You give him gold and he gives you change.
Okay. You know what? Actually, wait. This doesn't really make sense because you're my boss. I was gonna say, yeah, keep that, but I'm saving up. I need to be careful about this.
Here you go. And he gives you the silver in exchange for 1 gold.
Thanks. How much silver do I have?
Oh, let me double check how the
Currency.
conversion is for it. You'd think I would know that as a DM and all, but you know, you win some, you lose some.
No one
D&D
ever knows.
gold
No,
to
that's so
silver.
obscure.
Yeah, no one
Exactly.
ever does that.
A gold piece is worth 10 silver, so you get 5 silver back.
Okay,
from it.
cool. She'll like wrap it up, put it in her bag, make sure it doesn't get crushed.
Oh. But
She puts it like right on top, so there's nothing on top of it.
of course. But as you go through the various places and start looking around,
She's
at
like window
this kind of,
shopping.
exactly, because you have like the kind of vendor area that has a lot of the food and such, and you also see like this tourist trappy area that has like shirts and travel mugs and all kinds of things advertising the Hillcrest Harvest Festival. But you go into an area that seems to have more of like a games and commerce section of sorts. You go by this Toss the King game. You have Owl Bear Rodeo.
Oh my god.
You have the Barrel Race. You have the Merry Go Boom.
Merry go.
Are some things you have there. You also see more of kind of in the just kind of commerce area. You have Misfortunate's Misfortunes.
Oh my gosh.
You have the Hillcrest Church of the Starbringer.
Whoa.
Just casually throw that in there.
Misfortunes. Hillcrest Church of the Starbringer.
But
Dun, dun, dun.
where would you guys like to go?
Oh god.
As they're like heading into the game section, Valora is like kind of like looking around at it like in wonder almost. Like she has traveled around and such, but I don't think that she's ever been to a festival at this kind of caliber.
Mm-hmm.
And she has never really seen games like this before. Like, you know, she knows like small games, you know, that
Yeah.
like you would play like as a kid and stuff like that, but not like festival games. So she's just kind of looking around, like she looks at the owl bear rodeo. And she's like,
Yeah.
is it just like is it just like an owl bear that you ride on, like a
Yeah, you see this like a 30 square foot little section that's kind of corralled, and inside they have an owl bear with
my
a
God.
muzzle and a saddle essentially kind of strapped to it, and a trainer in there that's kind of keeping it at bay. But right now you see someone that's just kind of on it as the owl bear is running around wildly and bucking, trying to get it
Oh
off.
my god.
And this guy gets flung off, and as he lands down, the owl bear kind of tramples on him. Oh my god! As the trainer gets it to calm down, you see a couple extra servants come out and kind of drag the guy out as he got trampled.
Are there like prizes for these games, or do
Oh,
you get
true.
like tickets, or like
There do seem to be like these unique kind of prizes to each one in their own little sections.
Ooh.
You also see
Interesting.
one of these
Prizes, you say?
prizes?
prizes, and you see one of these standout games that happens here every year. It's more of a competition of sorts that they run in raves. Waves is the
There's raves too.
is the barrel race. You see this long stretch that's about like 150 feet, and you see where there's all these big and burly guys as they pick up these giant wooden barrels and are kind of racing towards the end of the line against each other.
Interesting.
Big burly men, you say?
Sylvie, she sees that, she's like, Valora, but you'd be really good at that, I think.
What do you get out of it?
You get a prize.
For the barrel race, if you win, you get to keep the keg that you carry across.
Is it full?
Is
Yeah, it's full of ale.
like
It's full keg of ale.
is that advertised? Like, can she
Yes.
see that's the
Yes, it's advertised. You see that there are various race times, and so it's kind of off race right now. There'll be one coming up not too long, but it's not like it's always running. You go up there and immediately go for it.
yeah.
They kind of have where you can sign up for it to get onto the race, and then once the time frame is there, then it's go time.
Oh my god.
Laura like kind of looks at it and squints her eyes, and then she sees the sign that says winner keeps the ale, and she just makes a beeline towards the sign up.
Absolutely.
There she
Walking
is.
away from
There she
Sylvie
goes.
this time,
Oh,
forgetting about her job, just goes right for it. Walk up and you see there's kind of this hefty dwarven man with a really long beard, has it very finely braided down there. And you see you walk up and he's like, oh, I wonder what you're here for.
Valora grins at him.
You won't sign up for the race?
Of course.
Oh, absolutely. We have we got a slot open for the next running. It'll be in about like 20 minutes or so.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. 1 gold. You can put your name right on there, and you're
Sure.
part of the race
She
docket.
tosses him a gold.
That's a gold piece. You go to write your name down there, and you see on the top of the list for your time slot a familiar name of Glass Gorgo
Oh my
on the run sheet.
He's thought
for this
out
next
now.
race.
Valora looks at it and she lets out like a grunt. And she rolls her eyes and puts the quill down and nods at the dwarf and goes back to Sylvie.
Sylvie's gone.
Oh fuck.
Oh boy.
God damn
Sylvie's
it.
gone.
Valora thinks she's going back to Sylvie, stops where she left her, looks around.
She's gone.
And you realize why Pimrick paid you so much money.
And she just thinks, oh no.
She went like, what would she think would be the most suitable for her skill set as a sorcerer?
So as you're looking through, obviously the barrel race does not appease you by any
No.
means. You
Like as
look at
soon
that
as
and
Valora
realize
starts
that that's
walking
not
off, she's
there.
gonna start looking around for something to go to.
You see that the owlbear rodeo
Nope.
isn't necessarily like strength based or anything, but it is quite dangerous. Quite a dangerous game to take place in. You see one of the games over there, the Toss the King game. You see the fellow that was in the kind of duster jacket and the hat on. He's
Oh.
kind of standing beside that one right now, as you see he's kind of You might not be right next to it. So he's kind of holding like what looks like a doll of some kind as he's tossing one further into the booth. But that doesn't seem like it's very strength based.
Yeah.
And then you see the merry-go-boom. You look over at the side and you see, like, as you're kind of standing looking at it, you see this confetti spray up into the sky above it, and you see people kind of clapping around and laughing a little bit
Oh,
as they're kind
boy.
of watching on. And you see that Eureka's over watching on over there.
She immediately goes over.
Oh God.
Colorful explosions and her new best friend. She's going over there.
So you run on over in her nice fancy sundress and a little sun hat still. She's kind of clapping over there.
Eureka!
Not really. Oh, she turns and sees you. Smile comes across her face.
She's got the biggest, dumbest grin on her face right now.
Hey, Sylvie.
Hi.
Hi.
What is this? What's going on?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and stand here for a second, and you can kind of watch and see what's going on.
Okay.
As you see, there's two people up on the stage right now as people are watching, and you see there are these various boxes that are lined up in front of them. They're kind of, one person's standing there up front kind of thinking to themselves, and they're different colored boxes. You have one that's blue, white, and red and green, so 4 boxes up there.
Okay.
One person's like, the red one, and they go and they press the red one, reel back a little bit, and nothing happens. And they're like, all right, good. They step away, and then this young girl walks up to it, and she's like, the blue one, yeah. And she pushes the button, and the confetti sprays out from the stage, blue confetti. And she's like, oh, dang it. And the other guy up there is like, yeah, I won. Let's go.
So
and the
it's
audience claps and
chance.
laughs. It's a chance game, yes.
Gambling. What do you get if you win, Eureka? Do you know?
They've got kind of like a prize box over there that you get to go through.
A prize box.
Yeah,
Ooh, should I play?
we can play together.
Okay, that's just immediately.
Go ahead and make a perception check
Okay,
for
I was
me
just
to see
gonna
if you can
say.
find them. I'll say the DC is not very hard because Sylvie's pretty naturally loud.
Yep.
So
You probably heard Eureka.
maybe because it is a bustling festival.
Yeah.
7.
Oh no.
7. That is
I
not
rolled a
quite
2.
going to cut
Oh
it.
God, you lost the child. You lost
So,
the 24-year-old child.
Oh my goodness! It may take a little bit for you to find her as you go through.
The
But you
ADHD
do
is
know
too strong.
She has to be at the games somewhere.
Yeah, because she was excited. Valora knows
But
that she
you're
was
not
excited
able
for
to
the
quite
games.
catch track of her yet.
Valora's 6
But you
foot
know
tall,
to
huge woman looking around for this tiny little gremlin.
This 5'4".
She's
man.
looking around. She's kind of overwhelmed by all of the games and
The
like, with the
noises and
noises and everyone cheering and whooping, and she can't make out Sylvie's voice in the crowd.
Sound of an owl bear.
Yeah, all of that. And she's just kind of standing there, like looking around, like in a panic, like, oh God, oh no, I can't let those 30 gold. I can't just take the gold and leave, can I? No, that would be wrong. That would be so bad. What if she blows something up or something? And then one of like the confettis like blows up
One
from
of the confetti
the
blows up.
merry-go-round. She's like, oh my God, oh no, it's starting.
It's starting.
Oh my gosh. So as Valora's freaking out a little bit on all this, you and Eureka kind of walk up to go start up in this next game. And the attendant goes, thank you. Welcome to the Merry-Go-Boom. It'll be 1 gold to participate if you're so willing to.
Sure. Immediately hands out a gold.
Oh goodness, you are very excited. A lot of people are around
she's
here.
like rolling back and forth on her feet, just like really super excited right now. Oh my God. All right.
But yeah, so you walk up, you see this kind of elegant young elven woman with brunette hair, kind of in one like that kind of female business casual-esque suit kind of situation going on there, and kind of a black and cream suit going on. She's like,
Nice.
okay,
Cute.
a lot of people know the rules, but
Pretty lady.
to go over the rules for you, so there'll be 3 people. 1 more contestant will come up here soon. You're going to go onto the stage, and through a random order of sorts. You'll go on up through the 4 buttons. One of them is going to be active, and if pressed, will go boom. The confetti will launch, and you will be eliminated from the game. Once that happens, it'll reset, and then the 2 people will go head to head. If one button's active and no one presses it, then it'll kind of reset and go again. I wonder why you're laughing over there.
Why are you grinning?
God.
I'll go ahead and break the fourth wall.
scared.
This game is inspired by something from a different game.
Yep.
D&D-ified.
Yep.
To go back farther on the table, we talked about it in our own personal game on Thursday. But maybe inspired by a wahoo man of
Yep.
sorts.
Oh my god. Gee.
I immediately knew.
Nope, I
But,
had no idea.
As you're there, you see that this older man walks up with a pointy hat and a nice little robe that you two don't recognize, but someone else would. As this old man with a nice white beard. Hello. Yes, I'd like to play the game, please. And throws 1 gold towards the lady. I see we have our 3rd contestant. All right, everyone up on stage. And the 3 of
skip
you all walk up and go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Interesting.
Ooh, cool.
It's the way that we'll sort these out. All right.
17. I'm getting a lot of 17s. You got a lot of 17s the first session.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting all the
Alright.
17s.
Yeah, you're rolling good today.
Oh, this is her element.
Yeah, this is
This is her
good.
element. The happy joy is her element.
All right.
Happy
So
joy.
first, I will do my job to decide the color. Okay. So, Sylvie, you are up first.
Oh God.
So,
The highest chance of success.
there is a blue button, a white button, a green button, and a red button. Which one would you like to pick?
She immediately goes to the blue one. It's her favorite color.
Perfect.
You immediately run over excitedly.
Blue!
Ooh, push the blue button, all confident.
Oh no! First.
Immediately picked
Oh
the one that I rolled over here.
Her shoulders just kind of slump.
Eureka kind of goes, I'm sorry. Don't worry. We can play again in the next round. It's okay. And the host Kelly says, I'm sorry, you're eliminated, honey.
My favorite color betrayed me. I'll never trust blue again.
Oh.
She gets off
Well,
the stage.
on to the next round. And
Avenge me, Eureka! Avenge me!
I'll try and make it fair on them in a way, because I wasn't expecting you to immediately pick the one that would blow up. But
Yeah.
as the two go against each other with Eureka up next. And I'll say after that confetti is where Valor is like, oh my god, things are happening. Valor's running over and sees Sylvie walking off the stage dejected.
Yeah, she looks really sad. You've never seen her look sad before. It's kind of alarming.
In the 2 days that I've known her. Valora kind of jogs over to Sylvie and she looks down at her like, are you all right? Why did you run off like that?
I lost.
You lost what?
I lost the game.
Oh, it was a game. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was
What?
I thought it was your whole thing.
Oh, no. It's kind of funny because I went first, so I had the highest chance to succeed, but I lost immediately.
A small kind of half smile forms on Valora's face.
It's not a laughing matter, Valora! My favorite color betrayed me!
As you're going on, you turn to the stage and see Eureka. She looks at the buttons. It's like, it's not likely to be the same one twice. She goes and presses the blue button. And it's all safe behind her.
Oh, sure. Blue loves you! She's a little salty.
Oh my gosh.
Colors don't have feelings.
And
Yes, they do.
As you walk up, you see the old man, Almer the Wondrous, who was in the cart with you, is up on stage there as well playing the game. He's like, the white button. Boop. sets off the confetti behind him. He kind of jumps a little bit. I guess I lost, huh? And he kind of walks off stage, not really caring. He's still got a smile on his face. But Eureka's all happy and jumping around on stage. Like, yes, I won. Oh my God. And then the hostess goes over there and lets her go to the box. And she goes ahead and goes through it and grabs something for herself.
Cute.
And comes back over to you guys. Oh, hey, Valora.
Hey, Eureka?
Yes.
What'd you get?
Oh, let me go ahead and find out what I got.
I'm glad at least you won something.
There wasn't really much in there that really stood out to me, but I like hats, so I grabbed this one. You see like this old kind of ragged top hat with a dent in the top of it. He's like, I can fix it right up and make it nice. It would look good on me. He takes off her sun hat and puts it on.
Oh.
Does not fit the rest of her aesthetic right now.
Maybe with a different outfit it would.
Like a suit or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I could probably find one of those somewhere.
Like a snazzy tuxedo.
Kind of puts it away in her bag and puts her sun
with
hat
like
back
coattails.
on. Yeah, you're right. Make a perception check for me quick.
Oh boy.
Both of you, make a perception check for me quick.
22.
22?
That is a 9.
9? You're so excited to see your best friend, Sylvie. You're just all
I'm very
happy.
excited.
You love seeing the top hat.
She
You
got
love
a
seeing
hat.
her.
Look at her go.
It's so incredible and beautiful. Valora, you notice as she's talking and, she kind of like, her sentence drags on a bit there and you see she's not even like looking the two of you in the eyes anymore. She's kind of looking past you guys. And you kind of instinctively turn around and see she's like looking through the crowd. You see the individual that was at the tavern with the shaved head and the kind of really shoddy hemp robes on that you saw before as he's walking through the crowd. You can kind of see that her eyes are like stuck on him for the time being before she snaps back to you and does a usual smile.
Valora, she's gonna kind of look a little bit quizzically at Eureka and then back behind her at the guy. Where's he going? Where does it look like that he's walking to?
He's just walking around. Actually, you can kind of see probably when he's going up to right now, there is a vendor that's kind of selling flowers and various things like that.
Valora's gonna look back at Eureka and she's gonna say, "Do you know that man in the robes?"
You see she kind of goes like, I don't know. He looks kind of familiar to me. I think he just kind of stood out to me for a bit, but I'm not sure if I do or not. It's kind of weird.
You don't recognize him, but you feel like you might?
Yeah, it's weird to explain, but, just kind of feels like I've seen him before, but it's not quite right. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but...
Huh. Does Valora get that feeling when she looks at him too, or...?
You don't recognize this individual. Kind of ever since the festival's been going on, you've had that weird tingle in your head, but you don't have to roll anything for this or anything. You've never been in an area that's got this many people so compact.
There are a lot of people.
It's like having a scratch on your back that you can't quite get. Like no matter how much you try and process it, there's just so many people that like you can't determine an origin or anything. It's just kind of there.
Yeah. Okay.
But you look at that individual, you don't sense any, like, looking at him, you don't get that similar feeling of, like, I think I know him, but I don't. Just looks like a guy that you saw for the first time in the tavern.
Was he human?
He's a human, yes.
Oh.
Or no, he's elven. You see his ears are pointed.
Huh.
Valora just kind of nods like, okay, like that's weird, but sure, this girl's kind of strange anyway.
Anyways, enough about that. What do you guys want to do now?
I want to play the game again.
You want to play the game again?
Just one more time.
Okay, let me go ahead and cover for you. Okay,
What?
I feel bad for you listening. No, it's fine. Listen. Okay, I come from across the tide. I like to come here to go to the festival once in a while. Yeah, I know.
You're fancy. But she
spins her dress a little bit.
Yeah, she says that with a grin on her face.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad. Let me cover for you.
You're one of like the nicer fancy people I've met.
I understand that sentiment.
Usually they're like
thank you.
they're not like you. They're
I know they're a bit like that, and she kind of points over to one of the drink stands that's there. You see taking up like 4 slots is this giant, well-made, completely shaped long train that says Face Spirits and Liqueurs, and it has like these moving pieces of Eladrin that are painted on wood that are advertising
Oh my
the place.
God.
It's almost like they use magic to kind of make the name lit up as if it's got neon lights.
It's like the New York City of stalls.
Exactly. It's got a bunch of people lined up for it. It stands out above everything else. And it's like,
You said it was a liquor stall?
yes.
Oh God.
Valora's just gonna kind of like listen to the conversation, and her eyes are gonna kind of avert over to the liquor. You said it was like a train,
Well, that's kind of how they got it like built as. It's like this giant thing. It takes up like 4 spots that you'd find a
like
typical
a,
stall
like a
in.
caravan of stalls.
okay.
essentially. Yeah.
Exactly.
Her eyes are kind of dart over that way, and then back to Eureka, and she says, "Wait, you're from Lantigloss?"
Yeah, I'm from the other side, but I like to come over here and visit. My family's got money, like a lot of people over there do. But it's nice to come over here and see the way things are on this side every once in a while, especially when there's the festival here. It's just a lot more lively over here and, for lack of better words, normal.
You made it safely?
Yeah, I came across on the boat. It comes over. I mean, it's not guaranteed, obviously, but things don't happen very often.
I've been trying to save up to go on the boat. I think it's gonna take a while.
I mean, it is 50 gold each ride, so yeah.
I'm like
it's
halfway there.
It's extremely priced by.
Maybe I shouldn't play the game again. And she just kind of looks at her.
I told you I'm gonna pay for it.
But
Just come on. She grabs your hand and walks you over.
okay.
Valora's gonna follow. She wants to see what this game is about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why was there exploding confetti?
Does she want to play the game or just watch from the
She
crowd?
wants to play.
Okay, so you all kind of 3 come back up as another round's gone up there.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, you're all back again. All right." And Eureka's like,
Hi.
"Yes, I'm paying for her," and puts out 2 gold onto there. It's like,
Valora
of course,
hands
all
her
right.
gold too.
Valora hands her gold. And she repeats the rules that one button will be active and one is pressed per round. The others will be safe, and if you press one, you're eliminated. So the 3 of you walk back up, and we'll have you all roll initiative
Laura,
again.
be wary of your favorite color.
As it decides the order of things.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Of course, I rolled nat 20 on this. Of all things.
18.
You see that stupid number?
Okay. What's it overall with your
22.
22? All right. The game is active. It's afoot. The crowd
game
is
is
gone.
afoot.
The crowd has gone hush. They're watching with tapered breath as the drama unfolds. Sylvie, you are first again with the 4 buttons: blue, white, green, and red.
Oh, I should trust blue. Go with the other one. Matches my dress. White box! And she goes to the white button, pushes it.
Go to the white one. Press it.
Please, please, please.
It would appear that you're safe.
Oh, she just lets out this huge breath that she was holding. Woo! All right. She like steps back.
Next up is Eureka. She looks at them all. Okay. The green one. Green for the nice grass and trees around here. Presses the green button.
Oh.
Confetti goes off and Eureka has been eliminated.
Darn.
And she's like, "Oh, well, I won last
I'm
time,
saying, at
so
least
it's
you
only
won the
fair."
first time.
Exactly. This is fitting. And she goes ahead and walks off the stage. The people kind of clap as the confetti goes off. And
I do like the confetti.
the buttons all kind of reset themselves. And now Valora is the one up next as the initiative
Okay.
just continues through its typical pattern. So you have, it's almost like I keep track of this, blue, white, green, and red.
She's gonna go for the red.
I knew it. Red for the color of the blood
You
of my
go
enemies.
for the red button. You firmly press it. You just kind of walk up and just
Yeah, she just
smack
like
it.
yeah.
You almost hear the wood cracking beneath
God.
it, but you press it, turn around, nothing.
Oh,
You're
Oh.
clear. Which then takes us to
dang it.
Sylvie. So with red being taken, you have blue, white, and green left.
Oh, okay. Dare I do it again? Redemption arc! And she goes to the blue button.
Blue button.
Redemption
You press
arc?
the blue button.
Redemption arc,
You
please.
turn around. You're almost cowering in fear. Nothing happens.
Oh no.
Which then takes us to Valora.
Oh man.
You have white and green left.
Oh, jeez.
Now, if you push it and it doesn't activate, it resets
To all four
after
again.
that.
Oh,
So
it
that,
does.
that way there's always chance. So it's not as if the last person, so if you are safe,
Yeah.
it's not like Sylvie's guaranteed to lose. It resets, so there's always a chance of,
Okay.
you know, it's not like you're guaranteed to lose. It's always set to where it won't just be like, oh, I lost.
Okay.
But it's a 50-50 shot now.
Valora really likes the color green, so she's gonna press the green button. She's just gonna do it firmly, just like she did
Again.
before. Blank
Press it.
face.
Confident. Look around. Nothing happens.
Oh,
And the crowd
God.
just kind of goes, oh, they all clap. It's just as the drama unfolds.
Oh, jeez.
All of the buttons reset.
Laura!
What?
And it comes back around to Sylvie as all four of the buttons are now active.
She's very competitive.
So, blue, white, green, and red. Which one are you
Oh.
choosing on a fresh round?
She's taking this very seriously.
Sweat as if you're defusing a bomb.
Yeah.
Valora's just standing there. She's just waiting.
I want to win prize. Please. Red! And she runs over to the red button and presses it with both
Runs
hands.
to the red button. Just very nervously running over both hands. It did! Push the button.
No! God dang it!
Oh, and you're upset, storming off. The crowd's clapping and cheering as confetti goes off. And Valora, you've won. What's Valora's reaction to winning this game on her first try?
Sylvia's so upset.
when Sylvie presses the red button and the confetti goes off, Valora just like a little like corner of her mouth like kind of turns upward into a little amused smile, and but she keeps an eye on Sylvie as she walks away to make sure she doesn't lose her again. But she kind of looks around like kind of bewildered that just pressing a few buttons is letting her pick something for free. So she goes over to where they're directing her to pick out the prize box.
All right, go ahead and roll a d12 for me. As if you're rolling on a table of my choosing.
2.
As you're going through and you kind of scour through the box and pick up, you see this kind of gold chain necklace that, as you pick it up there, has a pendant that's kind of like a gold circle, and kind of emblazoned on that is this like faintly glowing green emerald that's shaped like a 4-leaf clover.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Cool.
You can make an Arcana check right now
Okay.
if you want to understand it a little further.
13.
13? I'd say that's good enough. With this, you have yourself a lucky pendant. While you're wearing it, if you roll a natural 1 for an attack roll, this pendant will break, and you get to re-roll that attack with advantage.
Ooh, cool.
With advantage. Dang, not even just re-rolling
Yeah.
it, but like,
But
damn.
it's one use.
Yeah, one use.
Still.
Once it's used, the pendant will break. But yeah,
Cool.
you got a nice little item there
She'll
for
like walk
you.
over to Valora like, what'd you get?
She like holds up the pendant. It's a lucky pendant. It'll help me in combat.
She looks kind of bummed, but then she just like shakes it off like, you know what? I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
It's a really good prize.
It is. I'm frankly
she's
I'm surprised.
she's looking back at the stage just like
And as you're stewing at the stage, you see a lot of people are talking amongst themselves, and they start moving away from this stage, and you see them starting to head towards the barrel race area, which has quite a bit of room because it's 150 feet long
Oh,
track,
dang,
essentially.
yeah.
But it seems like it's about time for the next race
Okay.
to come along.
Oh, that
So-
you signed up
Yeah.
for.
Valora gets like a steely look in her eyes, and she
Determined.
she stands up and
dead serious.
she stands up and puts her hand on Sylvia's shoulder so she doesn't lose her, and guides
Where are
her.
we going?
I'm going to participate in the race.
Ooh, and she like her sad mood gone.
Eureka's like, oh, this is gonna be good.
Sad mood gone. She's fully invested in your escapades now. I win this. You can win this. You can win this. You're big and strong. You've got this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Valora's gonna turn to Eureka and she's gonna kind of lean down a bit. Eureka, can you just make sure she doesn't wander off while I participate in the race?
Yeah, I'll make sure we watch together. Yes.
Thank you.
All right, come on, Sylvie, let's go.
Okie dokie.
And so they go to where there's kind of the sitting area where everyone can watch off on the side. As you walk up to the race ground, you see 4 other people. Pretty much all of them are like strong, large men, be it human. You see another kind of short but very thick and extremely built dwarven man. That the barrel's almost like the size of him. And you're
Oh
like,
my
how the
God.
hell is he going to
Yeah,
get that
really.
up?
Absolute unit.
And then towards the end, you see
Mhm.
Glass Gorgo, an eye patch over top where the one eye is missing. He kind of looks over, scowls a bit.
It's Glass Gorgo.
Oh, it's God, it's him. Well, this will be interesting.
I hope he loses.
I hope so too. All
Wonder
right.
how long it took him to thaw out.
Oh my God,
Looks
you're
like
right.
Oh, that's a great question. All right, let's see how this plays out.
Yeah. Good luck, Valora!
Valora just nods and gives Sylvia a thumbs
She
up.
has like 2 thumbs up, like above her head.
As the race is about to begin, I can go ahead and tell you how it's going to work.
Okay.
So as you line up on the start line here, it's almost kind of similar to like for a track for sprinters. You see the various lines that go through there are kind of just painted in white along the grass there. And right at the start of it, all of them have this large wooden cask that you kind of rumble a little bit. You feel it's pretty heavy with ale as it sloshes around. So you wait there. There's another attendant that has kind of like a little pop gun of sorts that makes a loud noise over on the side that kind of is to signal the start. Once it starts, the first part is picking up the barrel. You know, however you want, carry it in front of you, over your back, however you want to try and get it set up. But the first step will be doing that.
Okay.
And then after that, essentially as if it's turns of combat, you can go through this race in various ways. But we'll go ahead and start with the beginning. As you line up, you see everyone else kind of there getting ready. Some guys are like chalking up, sizing it up as you're standing there. Is
Chalking
anything
up for a
Valora does
barrel.
to prepare?
I think Valora, she's just gonna kind of like stretch out her arms a little bit, and then she's gonna do a squat. She's gonna use her back and lift it up onto her shoulder.
Well, not lift it up yet because you have to wait for the go.
Ah.
Oh, not
Everyone's
lift it
kind of
up yet.
preparing.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I mean, you can
You're in
go
the
for it, and one of the guys
She's
like, put that back down.
She's in the squat.
Yes, but so you're there in the squat. Everyone's kind of looking around at each other. Glass Gorgo scowling over at you.
Valora
was
just
like-
looks back nonchalantly at him.
The guy on the side's like, all right, aim up, get set, pow! And he fires the gun. Different the initiative because everyone's kind of going at the same time. But to go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Athletics check.
Ooh.
Yes, to try and lift up the barrel. Oh
You
no, to
can
get
do it.
stuck in your tower.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
22.
Nice.
22?
Nice,
With
nice,
ease, you heft this up over your back, as most of the people around here do, including Glass Gorgo. All of you kind of get yourselves set up. The dwarf just kind of has a real low grasp on it, as it's almost the size of him in front of him.
nice.
Glass Gorgo throws it over his back and holds it, kind of over using his neck to rack it like it's a
behind
weight
his head.
bar.
Yeah.
As everyone gets it set up and situated, now begins the part of racing forward. You see that there are some that are going a little bit slower, some are attempting to rush, and some are moving normally. So we can go here is you can move normal 30 feet,
Okay.
and you'll make an athletics check flat you can move slower at 15 feet and make it with advantage, or you can rush forward for 50 feet by making the athletic check at a disadvantage.
Ooh.
And also for each round that it takes to do this race, because this barrel is very heavy, the DC is going to increase gradually with each round that this goes in place.
The longer you hold it. Yeah.
So if your first run, you can decide if you want to move normally, or you can try and risk it and move fast and make the check at a disadvantage. If you fail, you'll be dropping the barrel and have to pick it back up.
Okay. And it's a athletics check.
Athletics
each time.
Yes.
So Valora, she picks up the barrel, and she feels
no issue.
she's
Sylvie's eyebrows raise, and
yeah, she like squats and she picks it up and she like lifts it over her head and then puts it on her shoulders, kind of like how Glass Gorgo is doing it.
Of course.
And she feels like the ale like sloshing around in there. She's just thinking of how she'll be back in her room tonight and she'll have this huge barrel of ale with her. She's like, I need
get like a rubber hose and just drink out of it.
And she just thinks, I need to win. I need to. And she's gonna go into a rage. And
Ale!
She's gonna go into a rage because she really wants this ale.
Incredible.
Especially because she knows that by the end of the night she's gonna really, really want it after having to babysit Sylvie. So
of course.
So yeah, she's gonna go into a rage, and her spirit guardians appear around her. And I feel like they probably have some like disappointed looks on their faces right now, but you know, this is what happens when she rages, so it's gonna happen.
But one of them's going, yeah.
Yeah, you see these familiar figures that you can't quite recognize in this spirit form as they come surround you, and maybe a little upset that this is how they're trying to help you, as you see their spiritual form kind of helping hold the barrel aloft with you.
Okay, cool. And she's going to try to rush forward.
Okay.
So, but I get advantage on strength checks when I am enraged. So, does that cancel out the disadvantage?
I'll go ahead and say that cancels out the disadvantage. Yes.
Ooh,
Perfect.
so flat roll.
Yes.
So
using the
you can
at
least use this once, because in a technical speaking, if you don't attack within one turn, then it drops. But this does help you. On that front.
12.
It's not awful.
12.
For the first round, you just meet the DC that is there.
Oh
as
my
you
god.
focus and you feel the barrel kind of sloshing around a bit, and your ancestors are almost kind of keeping you in a straight line as you're swerving side to side, and they're kind of holding it for you.
That makes sense, 'cause
as
it's
you're
full of
just
liquid.
barely struggling on. As you move forward 50 feet.
Nice.
Glass Gorgo, seeing this, is going to... No, he sees this, and he's gonna move at the normal pace as he also just meets it at 12.
Oh my god. But you're still ahead of him.
Yeah.
But you are still ahead of him.
Jeez.
So make a perception check for me.
Ooh.
But you are ahead of him. You are the only one that kind of rushed forward successfully. You see one of the guys attempts to do what you're doing.
Dang.
But he drops it to the ground right beneath him.
That was a natural 9. I'm gonna Tides of Chaos this.
Okay. Yes! Let's go!
Let's go!
I'm gonna Tides of Chaos. I'm tired of this single digit perception.
Well, number 1, go ahead and roll that again to see what you get on this one.
It was less.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Roll a percentile for me.
It was less.
God. I'm dead. It
was less.
Roll a percentile for me. But what was your score?
Oh, the first one was going to be a 10. This one was an 8.
Oh, okay.
So.
But yeah, roll your percentile.
35. Please, dear God, don't be the fireball. I don't think it is. Oh no, he sighed. That's not good.
We have to talk about this one.
Oh no.
What?
We have to talk about this one. Is it that game breaking?
No, it's not game breaking. But you guys begged me to change this one. If I was going to change one, you wanted me to change this one.
What?
It's the age one.
It's the age. You rolled the age change automatically, but I can go to the alternate table for now.
Please do. I don't want Sylvie to be like a minor or something.
Yeah.
Let's see if what's over here is any better.
That is literally what I was telling you. I was like, Evan, please, if you change one, change that. Don't change the fireball. Don't change anything. Yeah, change
right,
the
so
H one.
What was the exact percent that we're looking at?
35.
35?
Watch it be worse.
Ooh, oh, what? I have to double check to see how this is about to work.
What?
I'm scared.
See?
Allie, I'm gonna throw up.
I'm gonna throw up.
I genuinely don't know what I'm about to expect from this one, but well, this is a. All right, can you roll 1d4 for me?
Oh, okay.
All right.
D4.
I don't like rolling d4s for you.
I don't either. I don't like when you do that.
4.
4, okay.
What does that mean?
I just got flashbacks out.
See?
I also need you to roll 1d4.
Oh. What is happening?
Tides of Chaos is what's happening.
Yeah.
Also a 4.
Also a 4?
I chose this.
All right.
I'm like, I gotta use it sometime.
As you are looking around a little bit, you spot, as you're kind of looking around, you see that Glass Gorgo doesn't seem to be too worried at the moment, but you suddenly feel this implication to just scream at the top of your lungs. And you cast False Life on yourself and every creature you can see as you each gain 1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points. And so does fucking everyone that Sylvie sees right now, including your competitors on the race.
So we have 8 temporary
You have 8 temporary hit points.
8 HP, 8 temporary HP.
8 temporary HP.
For 1 hour.
For an hour. Like, yay, I guess?
Yeah.
Yay? Does that mean Eureka also has 8 temporary hit points?
Yep. And then random people in the crowd, everyone that's in the race.
Oh my god.
They all gain 8 temporary hit points.
Does this like look like anything? Like
Probably.
Honestly, the way that kind of looks, and we'll see how this plays out for everything, because the way it's described in the spell is because it typically is only cast on self, but it's cast on everyone right now, including random people and children that are around you. Bolstering yourself with a necromantic facsimile of life. So the way I'll kind of deduce that is that as you do this and you scream this, suddenly this ethereal, ephemeral, illusory skeletal armor surrounds everyone that is in your line of sight, including all of the people that are in the race. I'm gonna say, because everyone is shocked, I need you, and I'm gonna roll for all of the racers to roll a strength saving throw.
oh my god.
To maintain composure, because I think that Valora's a little confused hearing that high-pitched scream, and now as she's looking down her
does Sylvie
legs,
just like scream scream? Like
no,
or
this
does
is
she,
like top. Well, I guess you can decide how she wants to scream, but at the top of her lungs, so it's really fucking loud.
Yeah. Just like,
Is that just reverberates through your ears, and now suddenly you see just armor of bone.
yeah, it
that
probably
is-
has a little bit of
has
like
the-
reverb to
It has
it.
that illusory glisten to
Like
it.
projecting.
I assume that's probably gonna throw you off,
Oh,
like
yeah,
everyone
definitely.
else. So go ahead and make a strength saving throw.
Her eyes are probably glowing like blue a little bit too. Like
That's a
entirely
natural
for
20.
Natural 20.
go.
Way to go. Everyone else failed, including Glass Gorgo.
Holy shit.
As Glass Gorgo just simply ear piercing, he immediately goes to close his ears and drops the barrel. Oh shit! As everyone else does too. But you're like, oh, I see now. I see what Pimrick meant. But you bolster yourself, and you kind of look around and see that everyone else behind you has just fucking collapsed, essentially.
Because at that moment, I think when it happens, her hair kind of like floats a little bit too.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, cool.
And then like, cause like someone like fucking possessed.
Yeah.
And then it just goes back to normal. Her eyes like stop glowing, and she's just like, and she looks around. She's like, oh, not again.
Right. So with that, even Eureka's like, Sylvie, you okay?
Yeah.
Is that the thing?
It's the thing.
Oh God.
It's random.
Oh, that child is crying and walking away. Okay.
No.
It's just a little kid that's
That
terrified.
child
and
has
he's
a little
going-
bit more, one might say vitality.
He's also covered in ghostly bones right now.
Yeah, that's I didn't choose that. That wasn't a choice.
Oh God. Well, yeah, it could be worse, I guess.
Oh, trust me. It could.
Oh.
It has been worse.
Her face goes stern and ghost white. But back to Valora, who is now seemingly unscathed by this.
Sylvie looks like she's having war flashbacks.
It is.
She has
next
ale on
round.
her mind right now.
Yeah.
She is unfazed. She is just trying to get to that finish line.
You're unfazed, and you are way ahead of everyone else right now at this point. Because while you're going to continue forward here, they're having to try and pick the barrel up and everything.
Oh,
still.
yeah.
So go ahead and are you wanting to rush forward now that your rage has kind of calmed down?
She's just gonna just normally.
All right, so go ahead and do a flat athletics check for me.
19 plus 7.
Oh my God.
That is quite well enough.
How much
to keep
is
going
that?
forward.
I couldn't do the
That's
mental math quick
26.
enough.
Oh my God. 26 at level 3. That's
To
like,
be fair, also a fantastic roll.
yeah, that is insane.
You were pushing forward at 80 feet now. Over halfway there, while Glass Gorgo goes ahead and focuses and gets the barrel up. You can make a perception check again, Sylvie.
Okay.
But you can't use Tides of Chaos again
No.
because it is done.
I'll use a different dice. Are you fucking kidding me?
Is it a 1?
No.
Is it a 2?
It's the exact same first roll that I did. It's a 9 plus 1 for a 10.
Well, I'll say with the 10, once again, as you're looking about everything, you're a little stressed. You scan around, see that a lot of people covered in ghostly armor right now because of me. That's a little weird. But you see that still Glass Gorgo seems unperturbed by this at all.
Weird. She's like keeping a really close eye on
He picks up the barrel. He's still at 30 feet while you're at 80. It's your go again.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Valora's just like
In the
trudging
zone.
ahead. She's saying, ale, ale, ale.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Here it is.
Yep.
As you feel a bolt hit into your leg,
Oh.
and you take 8 points of damage. By
Oh
the
my
way.
God.
17.
17. You succeed. Number one, you take 8 points of piercing damage as you feel an arrow.
That's my temp HP gone.
That's
Oh, yeah,
your temp
'cause-
HP gone.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Meant to do that.
As you feel a piercing into your
See,
leg,
the armor is gone.
and you feel as if your leg was starting to seize and lock up, but you're able to fight that off a little bit. And you pierce through the tree line, and inside one of the trees, you see a short little friend of yours.
That little.
But he's looking a little surprised. He rolled a natural 20 on his attack, by the way.
Damn. So that's why it did so much.
Yeah. But
Can I try?
there was no sneak attack because it's not like...
Yeah.
I see the bolt. Can I try and figure out where? Would I be able to tell where it came from?
He's on the far side.
Is there a
You
bolt
don't
like
see
stuck in
this.
her leg right now?
Yes.
Oh.
It's on the off side away from... Because essentially you've got the people that are waiting here, or people sitting. Most of the carnival's on the side behind them. You've got the field, which is at the edge where there's like woods and a little bit of farmland back over there. And that little fuck's hiding in the trees over there.
And Valora can see him.
You turn and see him clearly. Having felt that piercing in your leg, you clearly have a reason to look up in that direction and see him over there. Whereas those perception checks by Sylvie did not see that well enough.
Just wasn't meant to see it.
But you're able to hang on through that, and you don't suffer some kind of strange fate that may have made you stop participating in
Yeah.
this game.
Valora sees him in the trees and she just glares fiery golden daggers at him and she continues like going on like and she makes her steps like loud. Like
Make an intimidation check in advantage.
Yeah. Because you're also carrying a heavy thing right now, too. A display of strength.
It's 15.
15? I'd say it's enough to raise up there and he's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. He's seeing it's not working and he's kind of scurrying down the tree over there now.
Dang.
But with it being your turn, you can go ahead and make your next athletics check to continue to push forward.
She's just gonna keep going just normally.
All right, make another athletics check.
16 plus 7.
Dang.
That is still enough to succeed on the DC as you're pushing through like a
That's
trooper.
23.
Gosh.
Jeez.
I rolled really bad on my intimidation.
Glass Gorgo sees that you're going fine, and now he's starting to get a little upset, so he's going to try and push to rush, and he drops the barrel because he can't quite do it. As he sees the tiny little bolt go into your leg, and he thinks this is game, but suddenly you're still going, and he's now stressing out. Drops it while you're pushing forward. Go ahead and give one last athletics check, as everyone else is so far behind.
That's a 9.
Oh, it's only a 9. Did you roll a 2?
Yeah.
Damn.
As you're going towards the finish line, you're about 15 feet away from it and drop the barrel for a moment. And other people, they're still a bit behind, but they're like, oh, this might be our chance, boys. And they're starting to make their slow comeback, but you still got some time, so you can try and
Thanks to that
pick up
dash.
the barrel again.
Yeah.
And this will reset your DC for everything, by the way, because you've kind of calmed down, because if you've dropped it, you're relaxing your muscles a little bit.
Okay.
But it's time to heave it back up again to make a athletics check.
I can't believe that temp HP came in clutch.
I know, that was crazy. It was exactly.
That's wild.
That is insane.
Wild.
Like, exactly. I didn't have
Wild
to do
magic, if you will.
I didn't have to do any math. I just erased my little 8
Yeah.
in the.
It's perfect.
Oh, that's a 19.
19,
Ooh.
so you've got it back up,
Perfect.
and the line is
I love how
15
that worked
feet
out.
in front of you.
That is insane.
You're on the home stretch.
Yay!
As people are starting to get a little bit closer, you're starting to see the wave come up. So you've got one last check, and you have the safety of making it with the advantage if you wish to.
15.
15 makes it.
Okay.
As you get across the line with your barrel overhead, cross the finish line, everyone's cheering for you,
Valora just has.
and you have your prize.
Valora just has the biggest grin on her face. It's like the first time I've actually seen her like fully smile.
Aww.
And she gingerly sets the
Like it's made of glass.
yeah, she sets it down because she doesn't want to like throw it down like she
Yeah.
would like with like a weight. So she just like throws it down or plants it gently on the ground. And she looks around for Sylvie and
Sylvia's
Eureka.
like both arms up, her fists high, just jumping up and down. Yay, Valora!
She has
Eureka's
like
giving a nice clap while Sylvie's so excited over here. Gosh.
I told you you'd win.
she just kind of pumps her fist in the air and a
The
little
crowd
bit.
cheers with that.
Little bit of like a teeny like blush comes across her face. She's not used to people really looking at her like
Aw.
that. But yeah.
Yeah, how does Valora feel seeing all this attention from people?
She doesn't like it. She wasn't in it, for people to be watching her and cheering her on. She was in it solely for the ale.
For the ale.
And with all these people watching her, she feels a little bit vulnerable, but she's like, you know what? I got the ale. That's all that matters.
Mission accomplished.
Absolutely. You've got the ale. As in like,
Objective completed.
Exactly.
well done, perfect job. It's all yours, even with that weird situation that was. Oh, crazy. Oh, well.
Yeah, that was
But,
a little weird.
What's the name for you?
Is it still in your leg?
Oh my god, is it still in my leg?
It's still in your leg, yeah. It's a small little bolt. It's not like a giant arrow or anything. It's sticking out like a few inches on your leg there.
She like holds up a finger to to the dwarf, and she pulls out the bolt and then looks back up at him. Goes up,
Jesus.
Valora.
Oh, perfect. He kind of writes something down quick and slaps a sign on the keg reserved for Valora on there. It's all yours to take whenever you want.
Where do I pick it up at?
Oh, right here.
Okay.
Unless if you want us to deliver it somewhere we can, because I know people are busy with the festival.
No, I'll come and pick it up later.
All right.
Doesn't trust anyone else with the ale.
All right, so he's got that sticker on there. Goes and walks back, and you see a lot of people are getting up from here now. And
Still have the skeletal thing.
for now, there's a lot of people confused. A lot of people that are normal because it was everyone that you saw, not just
But yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
So a lot of people normal. Some people really weird.
Is there no way for me to drop it? It just
No, you didn't cast
Man,
this.
that's-
It is
yeah.
duration for 1 hour. You've
Yep.
got people in ghostly skeletal cosplay.
It was cast by whatever thing my magic came from.
Yep. When something happens on wild magic, it is for max duration, no concentration.
Oh man.
That is so fun.
Oh man.
So fun.
It worked out so well.
It really did. I mean,
It
Like,
did.
wow.
Because I mean, I was thinking I would potentially, if we did the age thing, I would nerf it to be a much smaller amount anyways, but you guys begged for it, so I'm like, okay.
And
Unless
this
this was-
turned out perfect.
Unless this was far more awful, then it would have given you the opportunity for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you casted Finger of Death.
Oh my god,
It's like,
no.
I will get old or young, please.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are starting to move, and Eureka's like, hey, it's almost time for the opening ceremony for Mr. Colborne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where a lot of people are going here. Let's get Valora to go over there.
She was like, I'm sure Valora's like coming back to them probably.
Valora's on her way back, but she's gonna look for Glass Gorgo.
You see Glass Gorgo, he dropped his barrel, he's walked off to the side, and you see he's over by the tree line, he's like kind of yelling in there. You can't see the other little guy, but you can tell he's yelling in the woods at someone who is over exactly where your other assailant was.
He's yelling at a squirrel.
And you hear him very upset yelling in there.
She's gonna walk over to him and just tap him on the shoulder.
What do you want?
She kind of tilts her head and like gives him just a kind of like a pitied grin, and she delicately puts the bolt in his hand.
He's just looking
Why
at
are you
it.
giving me this?
I think you know why.
He kind of clenches it around his fist, throws it into the ground beneath him.
Next time, maybe use your own strength.
Funny of you saying that. Just get out of here.
She'll just turn around and leave.
All right.
She's already beat him once before.
Yeah.
Make a perception check for me, quick.
12.
12.
We're not doing great on
No, we're
perception.
not. We're really not.
No, you're not. But you can hear the conversation continues back behind you. You don't hear Gorgo as angry as he was before, but you can't quite make out the words as you walk away. Not wanting to deal with them anymore.
Okay.
But you meet back up with Sylvie and Eureka now, having mostly successfully been babysat, though the situation may have occurred.
Yeah.
Valora's gonna kind of like bend down to Sylvie.
They both still have the thing.
Sylvie.
She looks down immediately. She has like her hands, like her fingers crisscrossed in front of her, and she's just kind of looking anywhere but Valora right now. Like rocking back and forth on her heels.
I know that you said your magic was unpredictable. To what extent?
She stops rocking on her heels. Her hands she just lets drop to her sides. Sighs heavily for a second time. Looks up at Valora. I can't control that when that happens at all.
Valora just kind of stares at her for a minute and then just lets out a small sigh.
Do you hate me now? Because most people do when that happens.
No, despite how random it was.
That's a good word for it.
It actually kind of helped. So
what?
I just wanted to thank you.
She looks like just completely baffled right now. She's not used to people thanking her for the wild magic searches. She's used to people like, cursing her out and leaving her ass somewhere. So she's just like, what? Are you sure you're saying the right thing?
Yes, I mean, ask Eureka. You feel more vigor in you, right? A little more pep in your step?
A little, yeah.
You gave that to me during the race, and I barely felt when that asshole shot a bolt through my leg.
Wait, who did? Who?
Oh, she kind of looks at her like you didn't see that.
No, she did not. I was a little distracted by what was going on.
The halfling from yesterday that was with Glass Gorgo.
Oh my gods. Okay, where is he?
They're in the tree line. I already dealt with them.
She thinks for a second, but she immediately starts walking in that direction.
Sylvie, we need to go to the opening ceremony.
I need
Leave
to
them
teach
alone.
them a lesson.
Valora tries to put her hand on Sylvie's shoulder.
She's like an angry
To grab
chihuahua.
her. Valora tries to stop her.
All right.
Do
Are
I
you
need
like
to-
using force or?
She's just gonna try to kind of firmly grab her shoulder.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly
do-
grasp it.
Okay. Does that stop you at all or?
Yeah.
It will? Okay.
Okay.
But they hurt you
It's fine. I don't think
for
that
a race.
I don't think that they'll do anything like that again.
That's why he was so confident. And she looks at Eureka
That makes a
for
lot
a
of
second
sense.
and just
Yeah.
crosses her arms. Man. But see, that means that he had a feeling that he would lose to you in the first place, so he felt like he had to cheat to win. So in a way, it was kind of a compliment.
Yeah, sure. I just told him to use his own strength next time.
How'd he take that?
He was pretty angry.
We should go.
Okay.
She just turns back around.
You turn back around and follow Eureka. She takes you kind of close nearby to this area beside the games area. They have a little stage set up for, sometimes they'll have performances and things up there, but around this time at the start of the festivals when Mr. Colborne comes out and gives his speeches every year to help start off the festival.
As they're walking, she's going to cast Mage Armor. Just because she saw, her friend just get shot in the leg just for trying to play a game. So she's like, maybe I should be safer here. So she just casts Mage Armor while they're walking.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you cast Mage Armor.
Yeah.
What does it look like as you do that?
Okay, she grabs her sickle, holds it up, and kind of does a little swirling motion above her head. And this blue magic comes down from it and swirls around her body and kind of just makes this sort of glimmering, almost like plate armor, but more transparent just around her body, which is also on top of the skeletal thing that's going on right now.
For now.
Yeah.
But you go ahead and cast that as everyone's starting to gather around the stage. Some people with weird skeletal armor. It's a little strange, but you win some, you lose some. As you're there, it looks like a lot of the vendor stands have started to close down. A lot of people will kind of stand over and watch, even if they're running here to listen to the starting bit. A couple of stands are open, such as the Fey Spirits and Liqueur. You can assume that some of the people from Lantagloss don't give a damn. They're here for the money, probably.
Yeah.
But most stands have closed, and you see Pimrick is up on the stage talking to some of the locals in Town's Guard, and he looks a little stressed out at the moment. And
I wonder why.
as everyone's there, he kind of goes to the front and is like, excuse me, everyone. I know the opening ceremony would be beginning shortly, but Mr. Colborne isn't feeling well, so he's not here yet, so we're going to postpone the ceremony.
Sylvie and Valor probably look at each other. Yeah.
Just like we did just now.
We did just now.
So we will announce it again at a later point, but you may return to the festivities. And he kind of shakily goes back to the Town's Guard. There's a lot of people are like, oh, man, what the hell? Oh, well, whatever, we can go drink more. And they all scatter around more.
Because that's that's the mayor, right, of this town, or like?
He's not exactly the mayor. He is more just kind of a higher status individual.
Got it.
He doesn't run the place. He essentially is, as Pimrick has explained to Sylvie various times.
Is he the guy who lives in the mansion?
Yes, he's the one who lives in the mansion.
Oh.
He's the one who helps finance a lot of the farms around here to make sure that they can keep business going fine, and helps.
So he's kind of like a sponsor.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. Huh. Flora.
Uh-huh.
I think we know now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
she's like gritting her teeth.
This is a lot more than what I expected. Coming here.
Yep. Valora.
What?
She's like gestures for her to come down to her level. She can whisper in her ear.
She'll bend down.
Should we tell Eureka or no?
No.
Really?
No, we should not tell anyone else.
What if she can like help? Because she like rich people know about rich people. Maybe she'd know if he's had any enemies that have been after him, or
we can try to talk to her about that stuff, but we cannot tell her that we think it was that man who was murdered.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think that she would take it very well.
Probably not, no. Cause
she's a rich family. She's probably not used to murder and crime and...
Right. Okay. Break. And she like quietly golf claps her hands and then leans back.
Okay, you guys turn back around and Eureka's gone.
Oh.
What the fuck? Why?
Eureka!
Okay, this girl is sus.
Yeah.
She's sus.
She's a little sus.
She's from Lantiglas and she just wants to come to this little festival.
And she was eyeing that guy before. And she's like, oh,
Can I see her bright ass yellow dress anywhere?
Make a perception check for me.
Say, yeah, Sylvie would too. I'm surprised that you didn't roll insight on her when she was talking about that. That's a natural one.
Another 12.
Oh,
Another
God.
12. From where you are, you can't quite make it out. You think you might see her walking towards you because you see bright yellow, and you think for a minute to call to her, but you see it's just old man Almer as he's walking up, kind of walks right past you guys and starts walking up towards Pimrick. And is just talking to him a little bit.
Sylvie,
Yeah?
I don't think that your best friend is very trustworthy.
You see Pimrick kind of sees you guys as hey, ladies, come here, please.
Yeah, Valora will rush
okay.
over.
And just follow Valora.
Did you talk to the guards?
I talked to them this morning. Yes, they were doing a small investigation earlier, keeping it away from people's eyes. Obviously, when this all started, we went to go. We sent one to go see Mr. Colborne, and they haven't come back yet, which is a little weird as well. They went to his mansion, but he's not back either.
Do you think the assassin is holed up in the mansion?
I don't want to think about that right now. Let's not worry ourselves about that. But I'm sure everything's fine. He's like shaking.
Do you remember Eureka from the bar last night? Really pretty lady, sun hat.
I remember the personage, but not the name. You were dealing with the customers. I was in the kitchen most of the time.
We've been hanging out with her today, and she was kind of a little off. But then, as soon as you made the announcement and all that, we were about to ask her some questions, see if she knows anything about, being a fellow rich person and all that. But she vanished, which is really weird because she's been hanging out with us all day so far. So for someone to just leave after hearing something like that,
I'm not going to make any assumptions.
I don't know.
There's a lot going on in the festival.
Laura seems to have really good instincts, and she thinks something's up.
It's easy to lose people. Small girls like I can get swept away in the crowd sometimes. It's fine.
Well, she would have told us that she's leaving.
Like I said, she could have gotten swept away in the crowd by accident. Who knows?
But we called out for her.
That's not the problem right now. The problem is what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, that's what you saw in the morning. Gosh.
Should we go to the mansion?
But Valora, kind of just puts her hand in front of Sylvie and bends down to Pemrick's height. I think she has to do a full-on squat.
That's a squat, yeah.
And she looks at him and she puts her hand on his shoulder. She goes, Pemrick.
Yes.
I think that you should just keep to yourself. Just continue doing what you're doing.
Of course.
And I will go check out the guards. It is up to you if you want Sylvie to come with me or not.
Looks at Sylvie. Looks back.
She could be useful.
I have faith in her, yeah.
Okay.
That makes her smile. I can do things.
Yeah.
You just...
It's not a kid.
You just stay here. Just keep up with the ruse that he's sick. And continue on with the festival.
Okay, yeah. I can do that, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You can do it, Pemrick. I believe in you.
Well, thank you. Good luck, you guys. And he kind of is like, yeah,
She
everything's fine.
pats his shoulder maybe a little bit too hard.
Oh, that fixed my back. Oh, thank you.
Oh, good.
It's been bothering you for 5 days now.
Yes, I've been working a lot, so it was unnatural. All right. Good luck, ladies. And he kind of nods and walks back off, and you're over there kind of behind the stage area. There's a lot of boxes and such, probably of building materials that have been used to help build the stage and corrals for various areas and such. And as you're there, you see the old man, Almer, as he's kind of looking around back there, poking his head at things. And the guards are around there too. And Almer scoots one of the boxes a little bit. He's like, oh, I see.
What?
Valora's gonna go over to him and see what he's looking at.
Sylvie's staying by Valora's side like glue.
You look inside the box and you see a humanoid figure inside the box.
Mhm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
With their head completely missing.
Oh.
Okay.
Where
Or-
is this box?
It's one of the ones behind the stage. There's like various boxes, and there's already 7 where it looks like Almer's just like peeled the lids off of each one of them one by one. And then as he came to this one, he's like, looks at you guys, just silently looks, just a normal face on him, just looking at you guys.
Wow, that's.
I really don't like that. I feel like this is my problem now.
That's. And she like kind of holds her stomach a little bit. She's never seen anything this gory before.
Is this him?
He kind of looks it over and he goes, just kind of nonchalantly picks up the arm, investigates it. No, not muscular enough.
Wait, what?
No, I don't think it's him. It's hard to tell without the head, but the
This
body's
is-
not quite right.
This is someone else?
You know what I smell?
What?
Adventure! And
Oh.
he starts
Oh, boy.
charging
Oh,
towards the
no.
mansion
Oh no. Oh
Sir!
No. Oh.
Sir, can you not?
as he goes right to the gates,
Oh.
swings them open,
Oh my god.
storms towards the mansion, and as you are reacting, walks inside.
Valora's
Sylvie's gonna run
running after him.
Yeah, they're both running.
Of course.
She's like hastily putting the lid back on the
Well,
box.
first of all, do I recognize this body?
Not a roll or anything. No, I mean, it's very hard to tell because the biggest identifying factor being
the
a
head.
face
Yeah.
isn't there.
But like the rest
But,
of
like,
it, the clothes, the
um,
skin, the
Make a
body
history
type.
check.
okay. 13.
13, I would say it's hard to tell with the clothes. Maybe it was someone that was a visitor from outside of town or so. You've been seeing so many people inside the tavern, it's hard
Yeah.
to make one or the
A lot
other
more
out.
people than usual.
But it doesn't seem like anyone that immediately strikes you as,
Okay.
yes, I know this person.
Okay.
But yes, as this screaming old man runs into the mansion, you two
Dash
follow
after.
behind
Yeah.
and head into the Hillcrest mansion. We will see where this goes next time.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh man.
Oh man.
That's what Sylvie wanted to do in the first place, but a lot more cautiously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Sylvie, she is gung-ho, but she knows when to be cautious.
Yeah.
She's not that dumb. She's not that airheaded. She's got
Oh,
some
man.
sense to her.
Hey everyone, it's Evan from the future again, and thank you for listening to episode 2 of Tides of Esthios, brought to you by all of us here at Arcane Trinity. You have Allie, also known as Alivar, as Sylvie, Allie with 2 L's, or Alley Cat, as Valora, and myself, Evan or Maskman, as the DM and everybody else. Thank you for listening on your choice of Spotify or YouTube, available on both as Arcane Trinity Podcast. You can follow us on our socials on Twitter at Arcane Trinity _ or TikTok and Instagram and Facebook at Arcane Trinity Podcast. You can even join the Arcane Trinity Podcast Discord to talk to fellow fans about the show and all the weird stuff that's been happening on here. You got any theories? Throw it in the chats over there. We would love to hear it. We have some wonderful fan over there already. So go ahead and join and see what we're all doing. You can also join us on Patreon, such as some of our members like Budalek, Xenon, and Nabby, who are now supporting the podcast. And you go there and get bonus content, such as episode wraps at the end of each session. You'll also have some goodies from me and some extra stuff coming occasionally. All things to give back to you to help support us and the podcast over at Arcane Trinity Podcast on Patreon. And all of these links can be found in the link tree in the description of the episode. Thank you all so much again for listening, and we're going to see you again with the next episode on next Friday. Have a great day, everybody.